Good morning, YouTube. It's early Sunday morning, and I wasn't going to vlog this morning, but something odd happened, and I'm having to take an extra trip because of it, and I figured, what the hell, shoot some video. So, what is the date? I totally forgot. Sunday, February 26th, 2023. It's 6:32 a.m. God, I was feeling so good that I actually got home by 6:06 a.m., which is earlier than I normally get home, especially considering that I actually made a stop. I didn't come directly home. I stopped at Whataburger over at 7th Street in McDowell. I'm not sure if that's the closest Whataburger to me, but it's definitely the closest Whataburger to me, to where I live, en route home from the Amazon warehouse I work at. But it's not particularly close. There really is no Whataburger nearby in this neighborhood, which is kind of a bummer because I really like Whataburger, and they're more or less all over the valley. Just this is kind of this area right here is just sort of a Whataburger void. It's kind of in the space. Oh shit! I missed the ramp. Whoops. Well, that was fun. I didn't think there was a sign. I don't think there was a sign that said no right turn there, so I think that was legal. Just odd is all. Anyway, so I got a Whataburger to the west. I got to go all the way to 7th Street. I feel like there's probably one a little bit closer if I also go north. I can't think of one on Thomas though. I don't think there's one on Thomas, at least not anywhere near to the west. Now, if I go to the east, there's one on Thomas, right before Scottsdale Road, I think, or maybe it's just past Scottsdale Road. I don't go through Scottsdale coming home from West Phoenix. So. Now, if I'm leaving from home just on a trip to go get Whataburger, that's probably the one I'd go to. Although it's debatable as to whether or not that's the quickest drive, or if the quickest drive is to go to the one straight south, because there's one also on 48th Street, just south of Broadway. Which, although that sounds far, and I would imagine it's more miles away than the one in Scottsdale, it's a straight shot down the 143, so it's a pretty good drive there. And as long as I'm not dealing with rush hour traffic, this one isn't too bad of a drive, but it's far for a burger. I mean, especially when you consider that, within a mile of my place, I've got McDonald's and Burger King and Five Guys and Dairy Queen. So many burger places within 1 mile of me. Of course, most of them are not open at 6:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning. So there's that. So anyway, why am I headed back? That would be the operative question. So I ordered the breakfast burger, which has been my favorite thing on their menu for quite a while. Most of the time I go there, I either get a breakfast burger or I'll get a Whataburger with no onions. The Whataburgers, they're both about the same price. They both end up being about $6. The Whataburger's considerably bigger, but sometimes I just got a craving for those breakfast burgers because they're freaking delicious. It's a burger patty, and mayonnaise kind of pepper sauce. It's just absolutely delicious. And I've been kind of addicted to them ever since they came out with it. It was a temporary menu item, and they got rid of it. And I was so bummed because for the longest time I couldn't get it. And then they brought it back. And when they took it off the menu, I was surprised they kept letting me order it. And one of the gals that worked there told me it's like, oh, it's a secret menu item, which I think is cool. I mean, it's certainly not the only fast food place that has the secret menu items. So anyway, I noticed today when I went to Whataburger, it was actually back on the menu, along with some other new breakfast items. It was some kind of breakfast bowl or something. Anyway, kind of stoked. Just ordered it. Didn't get anything to drink. Just finishing up some iced tea from work. Peach tea. I figured out just, my kind of game plan was when I got home, I was going to work on my karaoke music for a little bit. I'm kind of tired, but I'm not ready to go to bed right yet. And I've been, I'm not sure if I've really mentioned it much in my vlogs, but I've got my computer back together, and I've been working on my karaoke music and adding more songs to the songbook DB. Not that I'm actively doing any gigs, I just enjoy working. I just enjoy adding to my music library and listening to the music while I'm doing it. It's a enjoyable way to pass time, and it's nice for the people that maybe do still look at my karaoke website for them to be able to see that, oh yeah, wow, he's still actively adding music on it. Been thinking about like right now, if you click on my gig guide, it just refreshes the page. It tries to go to the gig guide, realizes I have no gigs posted, and it just takes you right back to my Songbook DB homepage. And I'm thinking about putting on the days that I'm not scheduled to put, not scheduled at Amazon. I'm thinking about maybe listing those nights as being available for hire for private parties, just so that goes someplace. I don't know if it'll increase the odds of me getting hired for a private party, but it seems like I should put something on that page. Anyway, the reason I'm back here is my breakfast burger got home, went to eat it. There's no burger. Got the cheese. Oh yeah, I forgot there's cheese on it, and egg and bacon and taters. There's the taters, but no burger. Anyway, I called them on the phone. They said, "Come on back, make me another one." Yeah, I called in on the phone a little bit ago. I ordered a breakfast burger on the way home from work, and there's no burger on it.
A breakfast burger? Okay. We're gonna help you out the window, okay, please? Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
So you say what's it?
Yeah, there's no burger on it.
Jesus Christ.
Everything,
oh my God.
like it's got the bacon and everything but the burger.
Okay, I apologize. Sorry, they're gonna make that for you.
No problem.
I remember you here.
Yeah, no, I was just here a little bit ago. I stopped. There's really no Whataburger by where I live because I live at like 48th Street in Thomas. But I work way out on the west side at an Amazon warehouse. So this is like the last one that I pass on the way home. It's like, what the hell? There's no burger. Anyway.
I'm so sorry.
It's
yeah,
all right.
We literally have new people listening our
It's all good. It
It
happens. You wouldn't believe some of the things new.
Like,
You wouldn't believe some of the things new people mess up at the Amazon warehouse.
things happen, so...
Sure, it's all good. You want me to just pull forward or wait here?
We don't have any orders. Do you want a cookie, cinnamon roll, or brownie?
Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, which one would you like?
Cinnamon roll sounds great. Well, hey, I can't knock them. At least they're taking care of it. And I didn't even ask for a cinnamon roll. That was a nice offer for the drive back. And she didn't ask for the messed up sandwich back, so I'll keep that too. Without the burger, it's still a damn good breakfast sandwich. But not what I ordered and paid for, and certainly not enough for the $6 or whatever it costs. God, how much are these now? $5.74. When $5.29 is $5.74 with tax. It's a gal that's usually in the drive-thru window when I come here. Can't really place her accent, but she's cute. That's worth something, right? So anyway, yeah, I think I can drive quicker to the Whataburger at the other end of the 143 freeway. I don't know. I've never really timed it to see whether that one's a quicker drive or whether the one going east on Thomas is a quicker drive. I would imagine the one in Thomas is a little closer, but obviously this is the no-brainer one when I'm coming home from work. To be fair, I don't think I've come to this Whataburger more times than I can count, and I don't think they've ever messed up my food here in any shape, way, or form, other than today. And she said they got drinkies, so it's all good. It's all good. People make mistakes. People need to learn stuff, so it's all about how they're taking care of it. It seems like they're taking care of it pretty good. Actually, this Whataburger's kind of became one of my favorite places last year when I was on my way home from work, back when I was still taking the bus shortly after I got hired at Amazon. I think it was about 4 months that I was without a car after I got hired at Amazon, and that was a really rough work commute. It really was. And one of the things that was really rough about it was, and to me, one of the worst things about riding the bus is at night how many places will not serve you food if you're not in a car and don't go through the drive-thru. They'll close their lobby, drive-thru service only, and yeah, if you don't have the money for a vehicle, you don't get to eat. And people say it's for safety, but that just makes no sense at all. It makes no sense at all. It really doesn't. Now, I've mentioned before in this vlog that I forget the name of a town. There's a town. Oh, it's in the Gulf, and I'm forgetting the name of it. Oh man, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of the town. There's a town, well, a pretty good sized city, a small city. I want to say Baton Rouge, Louisiana, that passed a law making it illegal. That any place that serves. Okay, and the burger's on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. No, that sauce that's on it is really good.
Yeah, have a good day, okay?
Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
She's really sweet. Pull back towards the freeway. So, I just lost my train of thought completely. Hey, I got breakfast though. What do I guess tooting his horn for? Weird. Damn, I totally forgot what I was talking about before she handed me my food. My short-term memory is so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, that cinnamon roll smells good. It smells like it's got raisins in it. It smells really, really good. Well, on the bright side, I'm getting a hell of a lot more breakfast than I was planning on. I was just gonna get the burger, which doesn't fill me up, and just eat some other munchies that I have around the apartment to kind of fill myself up before I crashed out for the night while I worked on my music. I totally forget what I was talking about right prior to her handing me my food. I hate it when that happens. Oh, I was talking about, yeah, how Baton Rouge, Louisiana, has a law where if businesses that provide service with drive-throughs and drive-ups have to provide a service option for pedestrians, people on bicycles, people in wheelchairs. They've made it illegal to discriminate against people who don't drive. And I feel like that's something that really needs to be a national thing. It's a really messed up form of discrimination, and until you've gone through an extended period of time of not driving and been walking and am really hungry and can't get food, you don't realize just how freaking frustrating it is. I should straighten up my camera. It's kind of going the wrong direction here. Wrong. That's better. Anyway, what I was saying is one of the times that I got there, I was there maybe about 30, 40 minutes before their lobby opened. And obviously I didn't want to stand there and wait 40 minutes for the lobby to open to eat. And I had, maybe about 15 minutes to kill while I was waiting for a bus transfer. And they were kind enough to serve me in the drive-thru as a pedestrian. Which shouldn't be such a big deal, but I tell you, as somebody who was without a car for 10 months last year, it's a pretty damn big deal. Yeah. I'm gonna stay loyal to that Burger King. This was a minor mess up, and based on the bag of food she gave me, she more than made it right. So yeah, feeling good about that. So I wanted to talk about work today. I did something today that I've never done before in the amount of time I've been at Amazon. And the funny thing is it actually got me called to HR, which was a very unnerving sort of thing, I'll tell you that. Yeah, definitely five of the most stress-inducing words that can be said to somebody at Amazon is HR needs to see you. I wasn't given any context or anything. I just Cody the PA comes up and it's like, hey, when those pallets loaded, HR needs to see you. I'm just like, wait, what? Why? I don't know. I was just told HR needs to see you. That's a scary thing. I'm like, what did I do? Like, I don't think I did anything wrong, but you never know. And who knows? Maybe I said something that was just kind of tongue-in-cheek or whatever, and somebody misinterpreted or was offended by it or whatever. Amazon is one of those kind of employers, so yeah. Anyway, what it was is the first time that I've had myself scheduled for 60 hours by picking up overtime shifts, and actually was supposed to run over 60 hours if I worked to the end of the shift. And that's something I've mentioned before. Other times when I've had myself scheduled for 60 hours, I know I've talked about that on this vlog, and I've always managed to avoid getting close to that, the potential of running over 60 hours by either having my 60 hours of consecutive work shifts actually on two different, they weren't in a continuous week, they were in two different pay periods. So even though it was like, 6 days continuous on the schedule, it ended up being like 50 hours in 1 week and 50 hours the next week. So it didn't translate, in terms of pay period weeks. So it wasn't a problem. And the other times where I've actually been scheduled 60 hours in the course of a pay period, I would have totally got that light green if that dude didn't change lanes. Just saying. Not gonna get mad about it. I got a whole extra free breakfast today. I'm good. Oh, and my apologies about the shimmy in the video. My camera's messing up. I don't really understand what causes this camera problem, but I had this I had the same problem with the very first iPhone that I bought from my very first iPhone 6s Plus that I bought used from oh my gosh, I forget what my friend Jeff's store used to be called. Wireless phone booth. Used to have a fortunately it's been out of business for a while, but had a cell phone store at 9th Street and Indian School called Wireless Phone Booth. But yeah, that's where I bought that phone, and the camera started doing the same thing. It was actually kind of difficult. I ran into some problems with it with mine because the camera would shimmy like that really bad when I'd be trying to take my pictures. When you would drop off the scooters fully charged at a location, part of the procedure is that you had to take a picture of them using the Lime app. And something about the way the Lime app was interacting with my messed up camera, it would be shaking like that when I tried to get the pictures, and I just absolutely could not get good, clear pictures. And I would just take them, and at first I just thought, it's just their stupid app, and at one point they were getting as bad as to they were threatening to not pay me for once because they couldn't verify the service because the pictures were blurry. And just like, well, I'll see what I can do to get my phone fixed. Please don't mess with my income. And I can't remember if Jeff did it or one of his technicians did it. I feel like Jeff did that one himself for me, but checked it out and said there was indeed a problem with the camera, something to do with its autofocus and the servo that controls the autofocus, and it was making it bounce like it has been doing occasionally on my videos. And anyway, I don't remember how much it was to fix. It wasn't too terribly expensive. I definitely need to do something about my phone situation. Did get an email from Assurance Wireless saying that I could call and get a new phone on the program, but it was also one of those call now while supplies last, and it's been a while, so it's very possible supplies are gone by now. I'll probably do that call as soon as I get inside, come to think of it. Although it's Sunday and I don't think Assurance Wireless answers calls on Sunday. I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow after work. Anyway, so long story short, since I'm home and I'm eager to get inside and eat my burger and my cinnamon roll while they're all warm, as well as that extra cold breakfast sandwich that has no burger on it. It was funny because my manager Chris, and he's the back half AM. I mean, technically my manager is Dustin. He's front half, and Dustin's not there on Saturday. You know, when I work Friday or Saturday. And if I come in and work on a Thursday, Dustin's not there on Thursdays either. Not usually. Occasionally he's there on a Thursday. Anyway, anyway, Chris had come up and had said, had asked if I was aware that I was gonna overrun 60 hours, and I told him that I thought I needed to clock out something like 10 or 15 minutes early, and that I would make a point to actually check and do the math and figure out exactly what time I needed to clock out before lunch. And don't worry, I was aware of it, and but that I'm sure I wouldn't be leaving any earlier than 5. Oh, there goes the camera doing its thing. Anyway, that's what HR wanted to talk to me about, and boy, they could not. They were telling me to clock out at 5. They just apparently could not do that much math. Although, adding and subtracting hours and minutes does mess some people up because it's not simple base 10 math. You know, when you get up to 60 minutes, if you come up with when you add the right digit for the minutes, of course you do that just like normal base 10 addition. But when you're adding the left digit, anything you get over 60, you have to turn into a 0 and then carry it from there. So if it's like 65, you don't carry the 6, you carry a 1 and then put the 5 there. Anyway, I think it confused them and they just rounded it and they're like, well, you need to clock out at 5. I know what the policy is. The policy is I can't get over 60 hours, so I figured it out. And I think I had to clock out. Now, I did leave a little early yesterday because I knew that this was going to happen. And I wanted to make sure that I, got a little bit bigger paycheck by having a few minutes of PTO on it. Because that's added in separately. And then B, didn't have to worry about leaving like 2 extra early on the shift this morning. The one I just finished up before going to Whataburger. Going to Whataburger the first time. And I think I had to clock out at 2:26 instead of 2:30. So that was fun. But boy, was it unnerving when I couldn't believe like HR brought me in. I probably wasted 10 minutes at HR while they were trying to figure all that. I did have some other problems with my hours and stuff yesterday, and I would love to share that, but I want to go eat my breakfast. Anyway, thanks for coming with me on the extra drive to Whataburger. 30 extra minutes, but hey, I got me some extra food. It's all good.